Have you ever thought about how many times you may have slept with your significant other? You shouldn't know the answer, so let me just start there, all right? If you do, that's terrifying, and we'd like you to leave. Yeah, if you're sitting here, you're like, oh, finally, somebody has... It's 926. There's the exit. What I'm saying as a concept, it is reasonable to assume if you've been with somebody 3 years, you have a healthy thing going on, you may have slept together a few hundred times, right? Right. Now, I want you to think about how many times your dad has finished inside of your mom. So many times. Tom, why would you say that? Well, basically, I think all of our moms are a bunch of cum dumpsters, you know, but your mom more than my mom. Now, I know, it's a tough image to get out of your head once I've planted it, right? You're like, God damn it, my mom's dripping? Probably, yeah. Soaking wet. Look, your mom has done some nasty shit. Let's talk about it. She really has. And look, I'm here to defend her, all right? It is not her fault. It's your dad's fault, for sure. Your dad, with all due respect, is kind of a piece of shit. A little bit. And if you're like, not my dad, he's good. Yeah, to you. He's not always like that to your mom. If they've been together 3 decades, you don't think he says some off-colored shit every now and then? Of course he does. They're laying in bed, your dad's tossing and turning, he can't sleep. And your poor mother, is everything all right, dear? It's fine. Was supper good? Yeah, shut up, I'm trying to sleep. Can I do anything to help? Yeah, you can lick my balls, all right? And you want to know something? Your poor mother, she does it, all right? Because she's a ball hog, so your mom gets down there. And she goes, I like my life. Oh, your mom. Now, your grandma, think about some of the things that she's done. On the railroad tracks or wherever she used to fuck around. El Paso, I don't know. You're like, why are you saying this stuff, Tom? Because I'm having fun. Those stay with you, right? Like, I bet you me just bringing it up brings them to your own memory. That's how powerful they are. I do remember telling her, I was like, I'm going to LA to do stand-up. This is years ago. I say it to her. I'm going to LA to do stand-up. Her response was, you should go to the post office. I was so naive. I was like, they do stand-up shows at the post office? And she goes, no, to work. I was like, oh, no. Stand-up would be the work. And she goes, I understand. I was like, wait a minute, am I telling you my dream, and then you're saying, go be a mailman? And she was like, Jace. Okay, now I do all right. You know, I make a good living. She knows about it, obviously. She hits me up for shit constantly. But I still get to have some fun. Like, you know what I sent my mother just a few weeks ago for her 75th birthday? A book of fucking stamps. And I put a little note in there. I got these at work today. Ha 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 ha. Don't feel badly. She gets hooked up. So, yeah, she's such a dick. But she is. I don't like that dream-crushing shit. I really don't. I'm the opposite. I hope if you're in a similar situation with a parent, you have an epiphany the way I did. Here's the circumstance, right? She calls me late last year. There were fires in LA. And she goes, Tommy. She's not local, if you don't know yet. If you're like, why does she talk so fucking weird? She's from South America, Peru to be specific, okay? So she calls me and she goes, Tommy. And I go, yeah. She goes, the fires, they are bad? And I go, yeah. Usually they're good, but this is a bad one. And she goes, people are dying? I go, if they're in the fire, yeah. It's fire. And she lives in Florida, so she goes, you have fires, we have hurricanes. People are dying everywhere. And I go, it sounds like you have the news on. Is there anything else you want to report? And she goes, I think it's happening for a reason. And I go, it is. They're called weather patterns. And she goes, no. I think God is trying to send us a message. That's what I go. I go, what's the message? She goes, I think he's trying to tell us to be better people. And you know when somebody says something and you can feel with certainty that you're going to argue with them? Like as words leave their lips, you're like, I'm going to light you up pretty hard. I could feel seething anger growing, and I could hear my own argument in my head. I could hear my own voice say, you mean to tell me that our all-knowing and all-loving and all-present God is setting people on fire and drowning them in hurricanes so that we hug more? This is the stupidest shit I have ever heard in my entire life. But right before I said it, I had that moment. I had that thought where I go, what is the point? Why argue with this demon woman, you know? Just let Lucifer's sister have her way. You're not going to change her mind. So for the first time in my life, I took a deep breath and I just went, yeah, I could see why he would do that. Hope he stops killing us. Ha 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 ha. And she knew. She goes, what? I go, you make a good point. And she goes, why are you doing this? Why are you meaning why aren't you arguing with me? I go, Mom, I don't know. Who cares? You're right, I'm wrong, so what? And she goes, Tommy, do you know what? I go, what? She goes, I always knew you were a little bitch, Tommy. And I go, what? And she goes, ciao, puto. And she hung up the phone. That's my mother. Okay, here's how I got her back. It's pretty fun. I never curse her out. As much as I say crazy, I never curse her. Even if I'm really mad, I can't do like, fuck you. I can't do it. It doesn't sit right. I prefer psychological warfare, you know? Yeah. I like knowing that I can ask my mother a question and the mere mention of that question might terrorize her mind for years to come. So I decided I would ruin one of her days. So I chose Christmas. So here's what I did, okay? Christmas morning, my parents and their 5 dogs are at my house. My mother is in a fantastic mood, okay? She is a Latina woman on Christmas morning. You don't understand this type of joy, all right? She's like cooking and dancing. She's like, Ricky, tiki, tiki, la, la, la. Baby Jesus is here today. Just doing her spick shit, you know, so. It's my mom. Okay, so I see her. Yeah. I go, Mom? And she goes, Jay? Like, I could feel the joy coming off of her. And I'm like, now's a good time. I go, Mom, have you ever thought about how you're going to have to bury each one of those dogs? And she goes, why would you say that? And I go, I don't know. I go, you ever think about what you'll do if Dad dies before you? She goes, no, I've never thought about this. And I go, well, I'm asking you, so think about it. And she goes, I would pray and I would hope to die the same day. I go, that'd actually be super convenient. Like, as far as planning the funerals and going over the will, if you can pull it off, I think we'd all be on board. She goes, Merry Christmas to you. I go, Merry Christmas to you too. And my dad is sitting 2 feet away. He hasn't heard one word of the conversation. He's just in dad mode, checked out, staring at ceiling lights, you know, like. You call his attention, it just snaps him out of a flashback. I'm like, hey, Dad. Yeah! Jesus. I asked him the same thing. I go, hey, man, have you ever thought about what you'd do if Mom dies before you? And he goes, I like blondes and I like big tits, buddy. Sounds like you've been thinking about that quite a bit. And he goes, every night, pal. Every night. I was like, you guys have different dreams, I guess, but that guy, oh my God. Nothing like men in their 70s, right? My dad's at that really cool place in his life where he says things that are true that provide relief to no one. Like this week, I call him up. And I'm like, what's up? He goes, you know, gays don't bother me. And I was like, that's good. He goes, they're just living their life. Why would I get upset? And I'm like, I don't know. And then it's just quiet on the phone. I'm like, are we done talking right now? He's like, no, I'm just thinking. Oh, it's fun to listen to. As you breathe into the... And he goes, your mother and I are going on a cruise. And I go, okay, have fun. And I ask him, I go, which cruise line? And he goes, Carnival. And I'm like, wait, isn't that like the party cruise? And my dad's response, I swear on my children, was, buddy, there's no other way to say it. I love watching black people have fun. What? I mean, we all do, but to say it out loud, it's fucking crazy. Can you picture my dad on the aft deck of a Carnival Cruise? Just like... Those blacks are having fun. Let's get some food. This is fun. All right, let's get serious. Guys.